Well, I wrote this song for the Christian youth. I want to teach kids the Christian truth. If you want to reach those kids on the street, then you got to do a rap to a hip-hop beat. So I gave my sermon an urban kick. My rhymes are fly, my beats are sick. My crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. That's 'cause Jesus Christ is my nigga. Woo! He's a life changer, miracle arranger, born to the virgin mom in a manger. Water to wine, he's a drink exchanger, and he died for your sins. I preach the word, that's my gig, and I rhyme better than Notorious Big. All the other MCs, I wish them well, but if you live in sin, you burn in hell. Now I'ma pass the mic to my lovely wife. She's a fly MC and the light of my life. So to bust a rhyme without further ado, take it away, Mary Sue.
Jesus Christ is my nigga. He's the son of the original G. And he was sent to earth to elucidate the way that we should be. What? Like if another MC says you're a freak, you're a lame butt rapper and your rhymes are weak. I don't get mad and I don't critique. I forgive him and turn the other cheek. I don't blaspheme and I don't brag. I don't cuss and my pants don't sag. I do exude a little Christian swag and I'm proud to be an American.
Jesus Christ is a nigga.
Let his light shine through ya.
Let his love pop a cap in your butt and say hallelujah. Jesus Christ is a nigga. He's a homie MC, JC, you see. He's an honest, caring, peace-loving nigga like me. If you do drugs and you think you're cool, you need to come to Sunday school. Put those drugs in a garbage can. Stand up tall, you're a Christian man. Word up. I'm freestyling.
Hit me.
Our Father, who broadcasts in New York, hallowed be thy name. The King of all media, Baba Booey be done on earth and across the airwaves. Give us a hey now and Robin's News. And forgive us for our bad phone connection and boring calls, as we just want to be part of the show. And lead us into the future and deliver us from the FCC. For Howard is the King, with the power and the buoy, now and forever. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hey now, welcome to the third episode of PM Talk with Marc and Bob.
I'm Bob.
I'm Marc, and we talk shit about everything.
We are talking shit about everything.
Absolutely, and this month we're going to be doing a lot of talking about everything because, Bob, what is this month?
This month is March, so that means it's Multiple Sclerosis Awareness Month. It's MS month.
I thought it had something to do with women this month.
Oh, it might, but all I know is it has something to do with multiple sclerosis this month.
And being that you have multiple sclerosis.
Fuck, these levels. Do you see this?
I do.
Oh, my
Before
God.
we get into your multiple sclerosis, I want to mention, before we started the show, we were trying levels out.
We have this fucking bunk-ass old mixer that I had.
Absolutely. Is this doing anything to help?
I
just hit a button, so...
I don't know what that just did. That seemed like it lowered a little bit.
Lowered? I wonder if I went and hit it again.
There we just hit... I don't know. It sounded like you hit a button. you know what?
We look pretty normal.
Yeah, it looks normal, but then at some points, like, it seems like it's raising real loud. You know what? It just fucking pisses me the fuck off.
Your board has MS.
My board has MS because right now, as I'm looking at the shit going into the computer, now the levels have raised up, and we have not changed our voice, like the way that we're talking or anything, and it's ridiculous because now it's low again.
Right.
And
so if you know anything about audio, you know when you get real hot, you know when the lights are going, you know, lights on a board or something. When you're real hot, it goes up,
peaking and stuff.
Right. And usually some boards they cut you right off, or some they give you like a little feedback, or you start getting distorted.
Yeah, but this
board you don't get distorted.
No, this board is just like an old piece of shit. I probably had this board since 2008.
You probably got MS from this board.
This board actually gave me MS.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, but really, like, we're hoping to have all this shit fixed and have like a proper podcast the way that we want to do things.
Absolutely.
And that's why I'm just saying, fuck it, we're leaving all this shit in because this shit is just ridiculous, and people need to know about what a pain in the ass it actually is to try and produce something like this.
You know, we pray to Howard before every show. You'd think he would help us with our mixer, but
no.
Then again, he also has problems with his board all the time.
Yeah, because he's got a guy like Scott the engineer. It's like Scott the engineer is in this fucking board right now, fucking with it.
No, he's outside smoking a cigarette.
Okay, well,
MS month.
For MS month, yes,
we're going to do a very special BM episode.
Yes.
MS. I have
BMMS.
I'm going to try and get a hold of MS Dave, a friend of mine who all my friends have MS. Something's wrong with me. I attract MS people.
You attract MS people, but apparently the MS people give you diabetes.
Yeah. Diabetes.
We're gonna start using clips of Wilford Brimley very soon.
Yes, because I went to the doctor on Monday, and it went to physical. I'm 41, so I got to get the prostate check. So I got the finger up the ass.
Got the finger in the asshole.
I got to go back in 2 weeks because the doctor lost her ring up there, so she was going to go back and retrieve it in a couple of weeks. But I got to say, it wasn't as uncomfortable as I thought it was going to be.
Well, you take shits bigger than a finger.
And that's exactly what I did. I looked at my last shit like on Sunday, and I said, okay, this is a pretty decent-sized log over here.
Right.
So I'll go to the doctor Monday. If his or her hands are bigger than the shit I took, then I might tell them, listen, I don't think I want you back there. But I looked at her hands. She had small hands. It was smaller than the shit I took. And I was like, you know what? Can't be that bad. It's just in reverse.
And it was a her. Is she attractive? Did you like the finger in the ass?
No, she wasn't a bad. She, a little bigger.
Oh,
wasn't a bad looking.
See what I would
nurse practitioner.
What I would do is I would, as she's inserting the finger, I'd look at her and be like, "Am I supposed to have an erection right now?"
Well, it was odd because she didn't want to like actually tell me turn around and bend over. It was more or less like, "All right, I want you to lean over the bed like this."
She was in command. She's like, "Get the fuck over here! Bend the fuck over!"
It was a dominatrix.
Yes.
No, it was. I don't want to say it was nice, but it wasn't bad.
It was nice. Yes, it was very nice. I enjoy getting fingers inserted.
I am not. It's not something I'm going to add to my sexual repertoire where I'm with a woman and she's going down on me, and I'm like, yeah, while you're down there, why don't you drop a finger or two into my asshole?
Put a couple fingers in, it'll feel all right.
You know, if you find a watch, it's not mine.
That's just from the last guy I was with.
If you pull out a plum, I'm sorry. Because that could happen. That's what she actually did. She
pulled out a plum?
Not exactly a plum, but while she was in there, like she was scraping around for some duty so she could put on this, I don't know. It's
like a duty plate? Like the poop in the box thing?
It kind of looked like a pregnancy test thing.
Oh, like a pap smear.
Yeah. And then she spreads the poop there.
She took your poop and spread it on a sheet?
It looked like, I don't know, maybe the size of like 4 stamps together.
Oh, man, let me tell you what's funny about poop. Here's what's funny about poop.
What isn't funny about poop?
Let me give you a story about when I was younger. When I was younger, me and my brother would play and rent like Sega games.
Okay.
This one time I had a piece of poop and I wiped it on the Sega game and returned it to Blockbuster.
No.
I swear to God.
Okay, I got one. A poop story. Honest to God, true story.
Okay.
All right. My brother collected He-Man toys.
Okay.
So Triclops was one of the toys he had. Now, when we were kids, sometimes, you know, my ass would itch or whatever, and sometimes I'd pull out like a dingleberry or something.
Why do I know where this is
right?
going?
So I took it and I flung it, like flicked it like you flick a cigarette. True story. Well, ask my brother, because we started calling Triclops Turd Leg Man. Because for the longest time he had this like turd stuck on his leg, and we wouldn't touch him to play with him, and it just stood there. Like, I think he was lodged between like our dressers and a wall or something.
That's incredible.
And then I guess if you ask my brother, he'll probably tell you about the
Turd leg
man. And then my father had us a visitation weekend.
Oh.
So my dad was sleeping. We were on the floor watching TV or whatever. I don't know. It was 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because we got to do whatever we did whatever we wanted to when we were with my father.
Oh, whoa.
So again, picking my ass, pulled out a plum.
Pulled out a dingleberry.
And I went to flick it. And I flicked it up on the wall.
Oh, my God.
So now, you know, like people get the tattoo of a teardrop on their face?
You need to get a tattoo of
No. That's what it looked like on the wall. It looked like a little teardrop stuck to the wall.
The wall had a tattooed poop drop.
And my dad didn't notice it for like the longest time. So it was up on the wall. Like the next time we went for visitation on the weekend,
it was still there?
It was still there.
That's incredible.
And I think it was there for a while, and all of a sudden, at least like one day, it wasn't there, or maybe it was there when he moved out. But he never cleaned.
When he moved, somebody got a piece of your shit on their wall.
Somebody cleaned my poop off the wall.
That's incredible. But yes, it is MS month in March. March is MS month, and I have MS, and I can say whatever the fuck I want about MS. It is the most fucked up disease that I've ever seen.
Right.
I mean, besides cancer or something, but
I guess, a serious conversation.
Yeah.
Because now, like, my friend Dave he's got MS, but he's got different symptoms than you do.
Right.
So they're
all different forms of it.
Is it like autism? There's different stages or different.
Right.
Like, okay.
Right. There's the and it's not one case is the same. Okay. That's how it works. Like, if we both have it, see, somebody was just coming through the door.
You can hear that.
Yeah, you hear the
door open.
That's all right, though. We leave it in because we don't give a fuck.
That's exactly right.
But there's all different things of MS and different variations that people have. It's not just like, you got your arm cut off, so whatever.
Now, could that happen to you?
Could I have limbs cut off?
Right.
No, I don't think so.
No, nothing like
No, not that I know of. I hope not.
So, like, all right, because Bob's in a wheelchair. He has you. It's not like you can use your legs.
Yeah, I can use my legs, and it's not like I'm milking it to just like.
No, but I mean, like, would it the strength in your legs or the muscles?
it's like strength and muscles and nerve connections.
That's what MS affects.
That's what it affects nerves. So pretty much everything in your body. Dude, my asshole was numb. I went to the doctor. I went to the doctor when I found out that my dick and balls and asshole was numb. That's when I'm like, okay, we have a problem here. You're taking a shit with a numb asshole is the weirdest thing.
Were you just sitting on the commode too long?
No, that it was like it's a
because that happens to me sometimes. Like if I'm sitting on the toilet too long, my legs will go numb.
It's not like sitting on the toilet getting numb.
Then I stand up to wipe and I fall down.
This was like serious. Like the O-ring itself was numb.
Oh,
okay. Like
you
couldn't feel the poop coming out of your ass.
How did you know when you were done?
I don't know. I don't really remember because it's just.
Wouldn't it have been funny if you stood up in the middle of like one of those little Samoan poops dropping out, and you're like, "Oh, guess I'm not done yet."
Oh shit! Looks like little things hanging right there. So, but yeah, MS is fucked up, and I definitely want to talk more about it over this month.
Yes, and we definitely will. I think, like I said, my friend Dave with MS, I want to see if talk to him, see if he'll come on, because he's got like different symptoms of MS. He's not in a wheelchair or anything, but he has like sometimes when he talks, sometimes it sounds like he's drunk.
Does he fumbles words?
Yes.
See, and that's a problem because okay, before all the MS and shit, like I was a touring rapper. Like I'll fucking say it. I don't give a shit. Like I was a touring rapper. I've had fucking singles out and albums out and the whole nine, and just going from that to this is fucking horrible. I fucking hate it. I can't do the shit that I used to be able to do, and you know, I'm just trying to fucking live life one day at a time now. And before I used to be out all the time driving and shit. I don't drive now. I don't fucking, you know, like it's fucked up. I piss in a fucking pee carafe. I call it a pee carafe. You know those piss things that they give you while you're at the hospital?
The plastic.
Yeah, the plastic piss jug.
Milk jug.
Yeah, I call it a carafe. Like when you go to like Red Lobster or something and there's a lot of drink for everybody of one type, like they bring out a pitcher of water, but they call it a carafe. I call it a carafe.
Oh, that's where it came from.
That's where it came from.
I thought that was the official name of it.
No, I call it a pea carafe because that's what it is.
But for all the shit, I mean, you have a pretty good attitude about everything. I got to say,
well,
like
I fucking try.
You don't let it take over your life. You're not a depressing person. You're not.
Yeah, I try to still be like a jolly fat man.
Right. Like, you know, you joke, you know, we joke about it.
Yeah, you got to joke about it because if you don't joke about it, then you cry. And crying about it is not going to do a damn thing. You're a bitch if you're crying about it. So, but yeah, I mean, that's it. March is MS month, and I definitely wanted to get that out there and say that, you know, this is what we have to do. We have to fucking talk about it every show.
Why not? They have any other diseases or anything they have awareness of. Like, well, a few years ago, people are dumping water on themselves for ALS
and
awareness.
Actually, what's funny is ALS is the closest thing to MS.
Really?
Yes, it's one letter away. Or two letters.
2 letters?
2 letters away. But no, it really is like really close to MS.
It's similar to that?
Yeah, it's with your nervous system. And it fucks with your nervous system, and it's just shitty.
That's fucked up. So I guess, I mean, I don't know if there are any local MS places or if you wanted to donate money to help out MS. I mean, like I said, we're going to be talking about it all month.
You go to the National MS Foundation, and they take care of, like, donations and shit like that.
Now, have you seen any of these donations, or is it...
No. Are you fucking
Is it like Jerry's
kidding me?
Kids? He just makes the
like
money.
Jerry's Kids. He takes the money and runs.
Do you remember... Doug Beatty was the guy's name. He was a little midget. He had.
He was a little midget.
He was in a wheelchair. He had what's the telethon, the Jerry Lewis telethon. That's for MD, right?
Muscular dystrophy.
Okay, that's what Doug Beatty had.
Okay,
and on top of that, he was a midget in a wheelchair. And one of I think it was 93 to 94 when Howard did the New Year's Rotten Eve pageant.
Okay.
On pay-per-view, and he had Doug Beatty was one of the judges for the pageant, and he was talking to, and Doug Beatty said, he was like, fuck Jerry Lewis and his telethon. I never seen dime one from anything like that.
I don't fucking see any money from that. They say it goes to research, but here's the deal about the fucking research. All the drugs that they make are pretty much the same. They stop the progression of it. There's no way to fucking reverse it. There's no way to anything. So I'm fucked up. Okay, this is how fucked up I'm gonna be while I'm on this medication.
And if you're not on it,
And if I'm not on it, it's progressing, and I'm getting more fucked up.
So they're just slowing down the progression.
Yes,
of it.
that's what they do.
Wow, isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, and I see that they've been trying to do shit with stem cells,
right,
and stuff like that. So, but I see that people that have done the stem cell trials, then they get cancer. Oh,
that was your phone. My phone was on silent.
My phone's going right through the board, and that's why.
Oh, that's where you're plugged in.
Because I'm plugged in because we wanted to call our friend the Almighty Evan to talk politics.
Yes, we have another segment that we're going to be doing called a political BM. Our friend Evan, he looks like Jesus.
He looks,
and
like
we were
going
to call this, the segment political BM with the Almighty or Evan Almighty.
Evan Almighty, but then we figured.
Yeah, the Paramount Pictures would call us and be like, "You can't use that name, and we don't want any problems from Paramount."
Yeah, we don't want Paramount calling us because they know about us.
Right. So we changed it to Almighty Evan.
So you want to try and call Evan right now?
Was that him that texted you?
No, it wasn't, but we can call him. He said that his son's sick, so this wasn't the original plan to call him. You want to call him right now?
Yeah, give him a call. Why not? We have that ability. We figured it out. Let's give him a call.
Let's see if we can give the good old Ebster a call right here.
We haven't even discussed the beginning of the show rap that everybody
that's right.
forced everybody to sit through. But let's see if we can get all that Evan.
To sit through it. There we go.
And see if he's
Let's
there.
see. He might not.
Let's all right. Let's all calm down. It's just a ringing phone.
It's just the almighty Evan.
Everybody's waiting patiently with every ring.
I think he's...
Yo, what's up, man?
There he
Hello.
is. Hey.
Hey now.
Hey now. You're on the air.
Okay.
Just so you know, yes, you're on the air.
You're
right
on the
now.
air. You're the almighty Evan. And if there's children screaming in the background, that's even fucking better.
You could hear him, see? I knew he was going to. That's why I haven't.
He's
haven't
gonna.
had a chance.
He's gonna make.
Are you able to rant in front of the kid, or would you rather not?
Oh, yeah, I don't. It's not like.
Can you rant?
Well, no. What I mean is, like, you know, some people, like, if he's going to get and use words like fuck, shit, piss, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker.
Well, that's not the issue. I might just, throw out some bad energy and chi and fuck him all up, and he'll get, like, all hyper. Start jumping around in his jumper.
Are you one of those hippies that's worried about energy and chi?
Yes.
No, I'm not worried about
is.
that. Well, I'm worried, again, it's instant, like, gratification type shit. Like, I know he's going to get all crazy now.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
really about later on in life. I'm gonna do enough to fuck him up.
Otherwise,
in other avenues.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's looking at me. He's got a little evil smile on him.
Oh, okay. So, do you want us to give you a call back for the political BM?
No.
Okay. Well,
so what is
the topic is gun control.
Gun control.
Okay, so I guess we hand the show over to
The
Evan, Almighty Evan.
Yep, the show is handed over to the almighty Evan right
The
now.
airwaves are yours. Give us your thoughts. Gun control.
Gun control. Yeah, see, now I can't. See, it's like weird. Like, I walk away from the kid. Yeah, see, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Okay.
Okay.
It's hard on the phone.
Then
It's just
we are
like,
not gonna.
You want? I mean, we could do like a weird interview thing. We could just ask you questions about, like, all right, what happened in Florida?
Well, again, are we so? Are we gonna see? That's what I was like.
You're not
assault
live.
rifles?
You're
I
not
know,
live.
I know,
Everything
I
can
wouldn't
be
be talking
cut.
like this. Exactly.
Everything can be cut.
No, we can't cut it. We got to leave them sounding like.
No, could you imagine though if it was like the Wild West again, where like everyone was just packing on their waist?
Well, that's what they're saying. One of the things the president is saying is that he wants to arm teachers.
Yeah, which
I mean, do you agree with that? I don't think you agree with it, but what do you like?
Well, again, I Bob and I went to Notre Dame, where my brother and sister went to Proctor, where they actually had armed guards.
Right.
So.
Well, you went to Notre Dame. You had Jesus watching over you.
Yeah, but you want to know something? We had to worry more about a school shooter at Notre Dame than, Proctor had violence, but again, that's the whole difference. That's, they want to arm schools in the inner cities because of gang violence, and the police presence doesn't make any school safer.
Yeah, but some of these schools aren't even inner city schools.
No, then that's the whole thing, is if you look at what goes on in an inner city school, if you bring that to the suburban schools, is that going to really make them safer or feel more like, going to school in a prison?
If you arm them, they will come.
And again, it would be more common sense to, and again, that's where more people, they want to get rid of the gun-free zones.
Right.
Which, okay, have at that. Because again, a bad guy can bring a gun. Zones doesn't stop a bad guy.
Right.
And then you think of like, you don't want an idiot though, bringing a gun to certain places, like a bar. So bar probably is not the best place for people to have guns. But then again, I know of, family members that are cops that are always, packing, which is good because they're the type of person you want.
Well,
But
aren't they supposed to, like police officers, whether off duty or on duty, aren't they supposed to always carry?
I believe, and they do. The ones I know do, and I think everything should be concealed. I think I think you should be able to carry wherever you want. Again, if you know someone's got a gun on them, they're doing something wrong.
Right.
So on that, but again, when you see some idiots carrying around assault rifles, that's just stupid. There's no reason. You're down in Texas, they can open carry, so they decide to go out to get a cheeseburger with with an AR-15.
Cheeseburger up, Jimmy.
But the funniest part is, like, when you look at why California doesn't have open carry anymore.
I didn't know they ever did.
What?
I didn't know they ever did.
Oh, go look up the Black Panthers.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Speaking of Black Panthers, Black Panther is doing very well right now in the movies.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
No, but actually, because if black people armed as much as white people did, guns would be illegal.
There'd be a lot more black deaths. It is true.
Well, yeah,
See, Mark, me and Mark were just getting into this conversation about I think that most police are pieces of shit, and they're wrong in the things that they do. They don't know how to control people. They do profile, like completely profile. Most of them do.
Yeah, but again, it goes on all aspects. Again,
right.
There are good. Again, the problem is, and the issue is, there are bad cops, and therefore, police should do something to get rid of them out of their ranks.
Absolutely.
Since they don't,
right.
They're all guilty by association.
Right. Well, that's the thing. They're like guilty by association. That's why
But again, we do need police. You do need. Constables.
we need police for the people that are raping everybody out there.
Well, again, if you look at that, how murder kits or rape kits don't get tested in cities, but they somehow have money for drug crimes.
Right?
And
how does that make sense?
It's like, I would rather care more about the guy who's a serial rapist.
Don't cops and them, don't they have to go through some kind of psychological test anyway?
Yeah, but they don't give a shit about that.
Well, then they need to start giving a shit about it then. Because then you can weed out some of those. Because, again, like you said, not all cops are bad.
It's all behind the blue shield, Jimmy.
Not all cops eat donuts. But because a few do, everybody, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
So just because. But the thing we were talking about was, what was that kid's name, since you know him so well?
Trayvon Martin?
Yeah,
right?
His boy,
Was that it?
Yes, I'm getting a yes.
Wait, Trayvon
Martin.
Trayvon Martin. Okay.
Trayvon Martin was killed by a
he was killed
watch.
by he wasn't even killed by a cop. He
Yeah.
was killed by a neighborhood watch guy.
All right, you didn't say that at the time.
Zuckerman or whatever.
I'd say more of Tamir Rice getting shot holding a little air rifle.
Right.
But again,
okay,
have you seen?
That's the point I'm saying. With when cops shoot somebody, okay. He was air rifle. They don't know that it's an air rifle. They just see a gun, so they're going to shoot. First of all, and that was my stand on it, where Bob and I have a disagreement. And I'm like, if you don't want to get shot by the cops, first of all, don't do anything wrong. Don't always run away. Don't pull something that looks like a gun out.
Yeah, but they shoot first and ask questions later.
I know kids in this area who have multiple of those airsoft rifles and play outside with them. So
are they white?
Yeah,
okay.
Of course. And again, they rolled up on that kid. If you watch that video, but again, if you want to say,
I gotta watch the video.
Take that, watch the video. The guy first off, the 911 dispatcher didn't put over to the cops that it may be a kid. But they rolled up. Yeah, but again, they violated so many protocols. Like, they rolled up on this kid, like, so close, and then just opened fire.
Yeah,
so,
see?
It wasn't, he didn't even give time. They got
first, ask questions later.
So then but again, watch the thing about Fernando Castillo.
Okay.
Watch that assassination. That is one of the most heart-wrenching.
Wait, are you talking about the dude in the car?
The one who tells them that he has a pistol on him. He's a legally armed.
Yep, seen it.
He doesn't even, and they're telling him to get his ID, and that's what he's doing. And the guy just shoots him. Like, it is the most disturbing video. And he got off.
Of course,
because he was scared.
Of course, he
what?
did.
It's like, what else could you say? What else could you do? What else right could have happened? And that's just, so that one right there takes the cake of the fact that, again, we have a problem. Just like guns don't kill people, we have mentally ill people.
We have mentally ill police.
Right. Well, okay. Like when you
how
go,
are you so scared?
Right.
How are you that scared?
When you go get a gun,
you're trained.
When you go get a gun, though, they do that. There was the background check they do. So if you apply for law enforcement, there should be a background check.
Well, there is, but
there should be a severe background check.
But again,
you can't have these. I know and these people slip through the system and they get in and then they get the badge and the gun. They think
that is the that is the Anglo-American criminal system.
Right.
But how do we fix it?
You can't, because that's what they were based on.
Euthanize all the police.
Again,
that's what I say.
But again, we've militarized our police.
We have.
Again, we allow them with the drug war to pull people over and just take shit from them because they can deem it was part of a drug crime.
Right.
With no due process.
Right. There's no such thing as due process. These fucking cops need to get due processed in the asshole.
Well, then legalize all drugs.
Right. See,
so
Peter agrees.
Yeah, but again, you can't. Again, I told you, Bob, I was at court at the town of Frankfurt where they basically just plead everybody out for speeding tickets at an average $160 a piece.
Right.
And if you go there was at least 100 of us there. They do it twice a week. That's $32,000 that they're bringing in a week just on ticketing people. That's just on the. There was other crimes and stuff that people get hit with more.
But it's easier to ticket people than it is to investigate real crimes.
Driving my tractor
instead of paying taxes. That's how they pay for all their shit. Is by enforcing stupidest, arbitrarily and capriciously enforcing laws. And that's the whole thing, is how is stop and frisk okay when it's done to minorities, but white people don't even want to write their name down to say they have an AR-15.
Right.
That's really all it was. Again, you want an assault rifle? Okay. Why? If you're military or police, okay, you can have it. You want a target shoot? That works for me too. But you have to sign a fucking list. We did the same thing with fertilizer. We found out the fertilizer can make bombs. So they just tracked it.
What if, all right, like you mentioned,
farmers can still buy it.
If you want an assault rifle just for target shooting, why do you have to own it? Why can't, wherever I go to go target shooting, they have the gun there and then I can just pick and, I just want to go shoot a gun. So, yeah, give me the AR-15. I'm just going to target shoot with that. Okay, thanks. Why do you have to have one of your own in your house?
Can it be like mini golf?
Zombies and aliens. No. Because I hate when people say, because the government and tyranny and shit, like they're gonna fight the government. Like, first off, like that's what I hate, because the same people who are Blue Lives Matter, and Black Lives Matter are racist. They're the same ones who say, you take my guns, we need our guns to stop you. And if you come after any of our guns, we'll use the guns we do have against you.
Actually, what's kind of funny right now is Mark is wearing a shirt with a Jason mask on it that says "No Lives Matter." That's great. Evan, thank you for letting us call you today, and we hope to have more from the almighty Evan.
We understand it's uncomfortable putting you on the spot, but we're going to have more of these little segments with Evan where there'll probably you'll have time to prepare. You won't have your kid screaming in the background.
The one topic that, again, I have guns.
Right.
I like guns.
Well, you work for the military.
I don't carry my gun out in public And I don't think every asshole. I've had this conversation with family members that think that everyone should carry, and I'm like, no. I'm like, you carry. That's
I use
good.
a carafe to pee. I don't want to carry a gun.
Yeah. I'm like, there are people I know that should never have a gun.
I'm carrying 335 pounds around. I don't need a gun to add to that.
Oh shit!
I'm having trouble walking with my knees now, just carrying my weight around.
All right, Evan. Well, thank you so much.
All right, guys.
All right, we'll talk to you
We will
soon.
talk to you soon.
Later.
Later.
Have a good one.
That
was awesome.
There was the almighty Evan.
That was the almighty Evan.
It was.
On the spot with his kid. Tell us about gun control. Well, I own guns.
Oh, shit. So on another topic, the Elimination Chamber was...
Wow, you're just going to jump right into...
Yeah.
Okay, Elimination Chamber.
Jump right into it. Oh, shit. Actually, no. Wait, I can't jump into the Elimination Chamber because we have, what? Dr. Mooney and Professor DeGeorge.
Oh, yes, that's right.
They're checking in on the DonYeti.
We're going to introduce everybody into the DonYeti bit.
Oh, my God. That's right. Okay, we have two professors.
So...
No, we have a doctor and a professor.
Yeah, a doctor and a professor. You remember the I'll set it up. The old 70s and 80s nature shows like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom and stuff. We kind of took that idea and made it our own with some of the... Like last week, you heard the beginning of the show that the person going off...
The creature. Ow, I just hit myself in the face with the microphone.
Just MS the microphone.
The creature that was in the beginning of the show.
That was swearing and going crazy. I'm sorry, kid. He's peeing in his carafe right now.
I'm pee carafing right now.
So I'll set up the show while Bob takes a pee break.
I'm going to pee my pants.
That would be funnier. Just be your pants on the show.
All right.
All right. I'm not cleaning it up.
I'm peeing.
So anyway, the old nature shows. I got to turn my head. I can't watch this. The old nature shows. National Geographic, all that stuff. So we took the idea of one of those shows, and we came up with a couple characters that go after this creature called the DonYeti. And we hope you like it. It's something. One of the many things we're going to be bringing you. Some of the bits we're going to start writing. So this is one of them. And then next week we have the Inappropriate Touch Olympics that will be finished, and we'll be airing that next week. I know the Olympics are over with now, but the Inappropriate Touch Olympics, they never end.
Never.
So we're going to go into that next week. But
tell them who's in it.
We got your president and mine.
Right.
Mr. Donald Trump. Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein. And Michigan State's... Michigan State and United States Olympic doctor Larry Nassar. Did you get any on you? Do you need a wipe?
I need a wet wipe. No, I'm joking.
No, he's joking. He just needs a wipe. He's already wet. Anyways, so here it is. Our version of Mutual of Omaha's one of those old shows, and the DonYeti.
Welcome to another edition of the World Wildlife Entertainment. I'm Professor DeGeorge here with Dr. Mooney.
We're here in the jungles of Africa in search of the mysterious and elusive cave of the DonYeti.
Natives describe this elusive creature as big, hairy, angry, and having only one tooth.
Which some say it's a tusk.
Some say it even single-handedly wiped out the woolly mammoth population by eating all of them.
It is a fierce beast that is easily enraged. It has been exiled from the Yeti community for lacking intelligence.
This could be the first wild, retarded animal in the world.
We're approaching the cave of the beast, known as the DonYeti. Now let's listen in.
It appears as the beast is asleep.
And it sounds like it's got a bit of sleep apnea.
So do I, Doctor. But I suggest we set up camp here and wait for the DonYeti to awake and see if we can observe its interactions with its kin.
Oh, God. Can you believe that? Can you believe that right now?
That's scary.
Did you hear those guys?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Who talks like that?
I don't... God, I don't know, Professor DeGeorge.
Who gets so excited over those things? That's crazy. I can't wait to see what happens when that creature wakes up.
Are they going to find her? That's my question.
The snoring.
That snoring, that was hardcore.
It's funny, it didn't fart in its sleep.
Oh.
Can you imagine the smell of that cave?
That cave must... Oh, it's rotten.
I'm glad I wasn't there and didn't go on that trip.
I know.
For the DonYeti. But we'll check back in with them later and
we
see
will check back. Now we have to
what
talk
they
about
find.
The Elimination Chamber.
The
WWE's Elimination Chamber.
What? I'm gonna officially now make this a segment and a bit. We'll put some sounds in our stuff after. We're gonna call this the Sports BM.
Okay.
All right. With wrestling, sport, whatever. But like you already mentioned,
sports, right?
WWE Elimination Chamber.
You're a baseball, basketball guy.
Yep. Football.
You know what I mean? Football. I'm more into predetermined. I like my sports predetermined. I mean, even though some people could say the NFL is predetermined,
there is theories, yes.
But I enjoy my sports.
Not
to
for
be
nothing.
Entertaining.
Boxing isn't what it used to be either.
That's what I hear from people.
You know, back then, Mike Tyson. Are you gonna tell me Buster Douglas really? You gonna knock out Mike Tyson?
Mike Tyson.
Fucking
the
Iron
baddest,
Mike Tyson.
The baddest motherfucking man on the planet.
That's right. When he just swings by your face with his fist, it knocks you back. You're going to tell me this Buster Douglas guy? Whatever. So I think...
You think like Mike Tyson made a bet or some shit like
I think
that,
there was some shenanigans going on. And it's even been said, too, that... I forget his original manager's name or trainer when he left them and went to Don King.
You're talking about the Italian guy that raised them.
Yes.
I've seen that. That guy was a fucking shit.
When he left him for Don King.
Yeah, I went to this Italian man.
Where else would you go?
Exactly. You got to eat good.
Rocky Marciano.
Right? I don't know.
But anyway, like I'm saying,
yeah.
It went to hell and it became very predetermined wrestling-like. But anyway, we're talking wrestling.
We are
Elimination Chamber, first ever women's Elimination Chamber.
First ever. I just wanted to
History made.
All I wanted to see was Sasha Banks have a wardrobe malfunction.
I would like to have seen her have a heart attack and drop dead in the ring. Because I'm
you're
not a fan.
Fucked up, man.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, she is so beautiful to me.
Please.
See, to tell you the truth, I couldn't even tell you what the fuck happened in the Elimination Chamber.
The women's one?
The women, anything, except Braun Strowman in the end beat the shit out of everybody, but then got beat by Roman Reigns.
Before you get into that, I got to say about the women's Elimination Chamber.
I did watch some of it, and it was good.
That's what I mean. It was a good match, but I don't think they should have done a woman's Elimination Chamber. Like, I think a match like I'm not trying to be sexist or anything and say, women can't do what men do, this and that. It seems like more of a male
Mark, you're
thing.
so sexist.
Well, then I'm sexist. But the match was good, so it went over. I liked it. I also liked the women's Rumble, but I also liked battle royals and matches like that.
I'll tell you what, I'm down with this whole Asuka and what's her
Alexa
name?
Bliss?
Nope. Asuka and fucking what's her name? The Samoan.
Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. That's my bitch.
See,
man, if anybody could take down that streak, it should be Nia Jax.
Nia Jax originally fought Asuka in NXT for the women's title when Asuka had it.
Okay.
And got her ass beat. Then she showed up on Raw.
Yep. Okay, you're the NXT guy.
So
you watch the NXT.
Love the NXT.
Yep. Listen to us. We sound like a couple old fucking people. The NXT. Oh, Mark, did you watch the NXT this week?
Of course I did. Love it. But anyway, yeah, the men's Elimination Chamber. Braun Strowman.
Beast.
Kicks
Monster.
everybody's ass.
Monster.
Dominates the Elimination Chamber like nobody before.
Right.
Beats the shit out of everybody. Eliminates everybody, and fucking Roman Reigns gets the win.
Right.
With the 2 moves that he does. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's got 3 moves.
He's got a spear.
A Superman punch.
Yep.
And then that thing that he does.
Right,
That's retarded.
right. When he sounds like the fucking DonYeti.
Right. How? I don't understand. Like, that pissed me off. I'm like, you're going to make this guy, Braun Strowman, come in, eliminate everybody.
Right.
And then in the last 5 minutes,
get him beat by Roman Reigns.
And
it
because
was,
you're trying so hard to get this fucking
and
guy
it was
over.
a clean victory. It
Right.
wasn't even like any kind of like interfere, like he didn't use a weapon or anything like that. It was actually like a clean victory. And like clearly, when fucking Strowman puts his hands up and everybody goes, Braun.
Like, you can't tell he's over.
You can't tell that guy's over.
And you need to do something
you
with
need
him.
to do something
like, you
with
need to
that
push
guy.
him more than Roman Reigns.
Right.
We've been pushing for how many years?
But in all actuality, I feel so fucking bad for Roman Reigns, the man, okay? Because this is a guy that he's not just the guy, he's the guy.
Right.
Okay? This is somebody.
The big dog.
This is somebody who has come through the ranks of the system just because of his parents. But he's not using it to, like, get over or anything. But this is somebody
and I'll say he works his ass off. He is,
well,
you know what I mean?
That's kind of what I'm saying is he works his ass off. He's worked his ass off. You know, his father and shit might be able to, be like, okay, well, we'll get you a tryout for NXT or whatever. And
but
he'll
obviously
get a
good
tryout
enough to get there.
Right.
And
He'll get
signed.
a tryout easier than you or I because of who his father is.
Right.
But
but
the fucking guy's worked his fucking ass off, and I just feel bad because they're trying to push him. Are you going to say some shit? Vince McMahon comes up to you and says, we want to make you the champion. Are you going to say, no, well, I don't think so. I don't think the fans like me, Vince.
Well, no, I'm not going to say that to Vince, but Vince should have a better
grasp on what the fuck
about
people
what's
want.
going on, and like they had the all right. My whole take on this Roman Reigns thing is you had a chance at one point to make him probably the best heel you've ever had.
And they didn't pull the trigger.
Right. And then the way to get him over, because that didn't work and you're like, okay, we got to get this guy over. WrestleMania last year when he beat The Undertaker. The Undertaker and him should have had a moment where The Undertaker said, hey, yes, he beat me, but it's okay.
His. It's his now.
They should have had the hug.
This guy beat me and had the power to beat me, raise his arm in victory and be like, oh, this is his yard.
It's what they call the passing of the torch. They did it WrestleMania 6, Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior won. They had their moment in the ring.
Right.
And not that I think anybody was going to hate the Ultimate Warrior anyway, but
yeah,
they had their moment of Hogan, passing him, showing, they did both raise their hands together. They had the moment.
Right.
You need to have, Honky Tonk Man talked about it. Their moment of, when it was Saturday Night's main event, when he hit Macho Man over the head.
I don't remember all that old stuff.
Okay, this was before. This was leading up to WrestleMania 4, where they had the tournament for the title. Okay. Saturday night's main event.
At Trump Plaza, by the way.
Yes. Honky Tonk Man had a match with Macho Man, Honky being the Intercontinental Champion. The storyline was supposed to go, they wanted Honky to drop the title to Macho.
Oh,
Honky
right.
said no.
And Honky was saying that it drew more money having them
keep battling because they wanted to push Macho
people
more.
wanted to see it.
So the Hart Foundation came out, held Macho Man. Honky Tonk Man took his guitar and smacked him over the head with it. Meanwhile, Elizabeth goes and runs in the back and gets Hulk Hogan to help out. Hence now, the birth of the Mega Powers.
Right.
So Honky had a great idea, and then now that took something further. And then Hogan going out and the two of them shaking hands and doing the whole thing helped Macho Man get to that next... Go ahead again.
My God.
That's it. Too bad Jim Ross wasn't there because he would have said that.
He would have.
But, no, and then, that's the push they needed now to get Macho Man over the top.
My God.
So now, and then he went on to win WrestleMania 4 for the title and then became like the face of the company. But that's what I mean. They don't look at stuff. Like Vince wanted Honky to drop the title. Honky said no, this and that. And then it went on to something bigger and better anyways.
Right. Well, it seems like they think that the money is going to come like soon. Like at the snap of a finger.
No.
But it's like you need time to...
You'd think as long as Vince has been doing this.
I know. You'd think that he would know.
Right. He'd have his finger on the pulse of... he bought WCW.
Right.
He beat him in the ratings. He was the reason they... Well, not the whole reason, but he is a big reason on why they failed.
I was just going to say, he's a reason, though, but he's a reason why... WWE itself is failing because he killed his competition. TNA is not competition.
Do you really think they're failing though? I mean, with the network and people buying the network, and I mean, we're bitching and complaining.
I know. We're just like a couple marks talking.
They're still packing the houses.
Yeah, I mean, they're making money And I'm sorry, Chris, they are not printing up a couple hundred T-shirts of something to sell. They are printing up thousands of shit to see how it sells. And then when it sells out, that means we sold out of 1,000 or so.
Right.
Wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not going to make up everything for and then have the extra because what happens, you think about it, like they make too many shirts.
Yes.
Okay, now they have these extras, so they're going to put them on the website.
And put them on
But
sale.
eventually, all those shirts are going to end up in the clearance thing for $5 rather than the $25 you're going to spend at the show.
And they're spending like fucking $2.50 or $2 or $1 to get a fucking T-shirt printed.
Right.
I mean...
Because it's all screen print. That shit's done easily.
Yeah, that shit's easily done. And it's all like local. They obviously get that shit done in Connecticut somewhere. But,
Is it?
Yeah,
because you remember that the video.
I know with the Rusev thing.
Rusev
that's got to be a place in Connecticut that they get them done and they get them right to their fucking building. But I guess we could talk about wrestling forever. We really didn't say a damn thing about Elimination Chamber. That was just our way to get off on a tangent about wrestling.
Right.
So what I'm going to say is, fuck the Elimination Chamber. It's time to go to something else because we've gotten our wrestling shit.
You didn't want to talk about Raw and how Roman Reigns might have got over with that little promo he did?
Oh, my God, that's right. We got to talk about Raw.
Go ahead.
We got to talk about Raw.
You're the one who saw it first.
Roman went through on Raw and had this promo. And he said that he was, doing it off script and he was going to go in the back and get his ass chewed out pretty much or whatever. But then... I read online and shit that obviously it's scripted. There really isn't much left to chance. See, that was my MS.
Yeah.
There really isn't much left to chance on wrestling, especially as big as that is. So obviously it was scripted, but the fans were going fucking crazy. He called Brock Lesnar like a part-timer, saying Brock Lesnar was supposed to be there.
Saying everything people are thinking about Brock Lesnar.
Exactly.
And they're tired of it. I mean, I'm tired of it. If it is in his contract that for him just to show up at pay-per-views, this and that, it's retarded. Why would you sign a contract like that? You didn't like it when you did it with Hulk Hogan, because toward the end, that's what you were started to move toward, was a fighting champion.
Right.
Now you're just going back to that, and the guy doesn't have... I don't think Brock Lesnar has the charisma Hulk Hogan had back in the day. He's not... Brock Lesnar is not going to be the next Hulk Hogan.
No.
You know what I mean? So why give him a contract like that to have him be a part-timer when you got Roman Reigns busting his ass?
You got Braun
Strowman.
You got Seth Rollins. You got Dean Ambrose. You got Finn Balor. You got all the women.
All too small to wear the title.
You're saying to wear the heavyweight strap?
Yes. And you just said it right, heavyweight strap.
Yeah, I know.
Okay?
Heavyweight. Yeah.
So give it to the big guys. Your unit. Well, all right. Brock's got the Universal title. So yeah, give the Universal title to whoever.
Right. Okay. Right? I get you. But then go to SmackDown and get your whatever the fuck, your blue title.
Right. Well, no, they got the heavyweight title over there.
Oh, is that the heavyweight title?
AJ Styles.
Okay. And AJ's a heavyweight? Isn't AJ like the same size as Finn Balor?
Yeah, I don't think AJ's a heavyweight either.
Okay. Well,
I think, but if you look at their roster now compared to before, there is a lot of guys who are smaller like that who shouldn't really go past Intercontinental or U.S. titles.
Right. Well, they need to fucking do something with that Intercontinental belt and make it the way that it was. However, I am thinking
take it off
like
of the Miz.
No, I like the Miz. The Miz is a perfect fucking bad guy.
Then I will not
perfect bad guy.
Then if the rumors are true, I'm probably not going to be a wrestling fan for much longer, because if Braun Strowman at WrestleMania fights The Miz for the Intercontinental title and loses, if you're going to tell me that The Miz is going to, even with interference, and he better have the whole fucking locker room coming down to help interfere with this match.
That's going to be...
Braun Strowman is not going to lay down for The Miz.
That's going to be very hard to fucking sell. You're going to have the fucking Miz beat Strowman. That
just
would
so he keeps the title. Yeah, that's what I mean.
That would be
I don't like that.
Unless, of course, he got disqualified. If he disqualified himself or counted himself out to retain the title, that's a different story.
Okay, that I'll go along with.
Yeah,
I'll stay a fan and I'll stay watching.
Yep.
Say something.
But if they made him pin him or submit him, that'd almost be impossible. Strowman could pick up Miz with one. Miz could like wrap around his arm like a koala bear, and he could pick up the Miz.
Strowman could pick up the Miz and the Miztourage,
right,
and heave him into the fucking fifth row,
right. And his dick could take Maurice and throw her into the fucking turnbuckle.
But
so, I mean, we went off on our wrestling tangent, and it wasn't about Elimination.
Yeah, we
Chamber.
took a little long, so we can't get to the other sports right now. I'll go really quickly. Yankees have only lost one game this summer, so go Yanks. I think we got a chance at the World Series this year, but I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm biased.
Yankees! I have a great thing. Wait,
go ahead.
That's funny that you say the Yankees.
Why?
The DonYeti, this woman that that was a horrible woman, okay? And that's how she talked like this, okay? That's how she talked. And her sister had, speaking of the Yankees, her sister had Lou Gehrig's disease, ALS.
No.
Okay? Do you know what she used to call Lou Gehrig?
Oh, my God. I'm afraid, but go ahead.
Lou Garrett.
Garrett? Oh.
She had Lou Gehrig's disease. Who the fuck is Lou Gehrig, and what disease did he have?
Whatever he had, she's got.
Whatever he had. And then she was telling the story to somebody about her sister, and obviously you've been in a conversation with this fucking beast before. So you know that she
I didn't engage.
Oh, you never engaged?
No, I didn't engage.
Okay, you didn't engage. So this woman just started fucking spewing shit out of her fucking mouth, okay, to this lady. And then after she goes, my sister's got Lou Gehrig's disease. The lady goes to her, oh, go Yankees. So that was, I had to bring that up.
That's hilarious. Speaking of the DonYeti.
Yes.
We should probably go back in and check and see if she's awake yet and what the professor and doctor have found.
Yes, throw to that.
So we'll go with that and see what's going on.
It sounds like the DonYeti beast has awoke. Let's listen carefully, as it sounds like it's dinner time for the DonYeti.
I wonder what the DonYeti eats now that the woolly mammoth has been extinct.
I am not cooking at all.
Garbage.
Look at the fucking food shit out here.
This shit doesn't want to eat. I just take care of everything. It's okay with me. The food is done if you want it. The food's fucking done if you fucking want to eat.
Oh my God, Mark, can you believe those two?
I cannot.
Can you believe the DonYeti?
I hope she didn't get one of them. It sounded at the end there as though
she
might have been leaving and going to get them. And were they eating garbage for dinner?
They were eating garbage because you kept hearing her say garbage. Garbage.
No wonder she kept asking them to come and fucking eat, because no one wants to eat garbage.
Nobody wants to eat fucking garbage.
No wonder it took her 3 times to tell them the food was ready. It's probably smelled like shit.
Oh, my God. Well, I hope that Professor DeGeorge and Dr. Mooney are all right, and they're going to be giving us more of the DonYeti.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure that's going to be happening and coming up more of the DonYeti, or whoever knows where they'll take us and what we'll find.
Oh, my God. No, why don't we just go into it like, oh, hey, and then be like, did you hear that? You know, because we can cut it. You won't know what spot it's from.
What?
When we cut it, we got to go to JC's My Nigga.
What were you just talking about? I'll just bring it up. Just be like, hey.
Shouldn't it be at the top?
No, I think it's funnier that we were like, oh, you know what we forgot to mention?
Okay, that's right.
Like, pretty much just like this. Like, hey, you know what we forgot to mention?
What?
Since we're going to, I think we're done with the DonYeti thing till the next time we
next time we have the Yeti.
But, and where are we? An hour into the show?
We're almost an hour into
We're an hour into the show, and we never even mentioned until now, the beginning of the show, Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Yeah.
We made people sit through that.
We did, and you might not necessarily like rap music,
right? And we're probably not going to spend even a lot of time on it. We're just going to mention,
we're just going to talk about it.
That we played this,
yep,
and we found it on YouTube,
right?
Some wacky people in where did I say Iowa
somewhere,
and the story that I read was it's like they're not real preachers or whatever, but that's not the point that we put it up. We put it up because
and these are like 50-year-old,
the absurdity,
55-year-old people.
Oh, that's a real song. You go to
that's
YouTube,
real. You can type in "Jesus is my nigga,"
and you will find the video to that song, which is even funnier than the song itself.
The video is incredible.
Mary Lou looks like she's about to die.
So I thought he was gonna say, I'm gonna bring you to my friend and kick it through, so now you can rap about the King of the Jews.
Like I said, you need to get a hold of them.
No.
And do a remix with them.
Nope. Can't remix JC's My N.
No? You want to leave it like that?
Nope. That should just stay the way that it is.
You have no verses to add to it. You have nothing you could do to improve that production-wise.
Nope. It is perfect.
Leave the train wreck the way it is.
It is perfect just the way that it is.
Preserve it forever like that.
Forever, those people need to be there and just have it just the way it is.
So as absurd as that is, and then I get to say, Jesus Christ is my nigga.
Because that's a song, and
I get to say that.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's more the reason why we played it.
We
so I could drop the N-word.
Yeah, I guess
a few times.
I guess you like to drop it like that.
Hell yeah.
I'm not one of those people that, and I've been around so many fucking people, and I can't stand it when white people talk to people and they're like, "What's up, my nigga?"
Yeah, but you know what? What's weird about that?
Shit is, fucking hate it.
You've lived up here your whole life, right?
Yeah, well, and I lived in Flint, Michigan for like 6 months.
Okay, and they didn't do that over there?
White
people?
Oh my God!
See, like, because when I was living in New York, when I was living in New York City, it was like second. Like when I went down to New York and when I was in training for security guard for Yankee Stadium, when we had lunch breaks, so we'd go down. Like I think down the road across the street was a McDonald's, and a bunch of us who became friends would go down, and they were dropping that. Like, yeah, my nigga, this my
white
nigga,
boys.
Yeah, white boys, Puerto Ricans.
You see now, I mean, well, that's the whole thing. Like,
and I'm like, I felt uncomfortable. I'm like,
yeah, well, to like groups of certain people call each other that, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's just, But the one thing I can't stand is like, I see it on Facebook and shit. People are like, "Oh, my nigga, whatever," and it's like they're these fucking like down south white people that are what we used to call them in my household when we were young is mayonnaise faces.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that you used to as well.
Yes,
and we call those white people mayonnaise faces because they're just like fucking mayonnaise. They're wasps.
That's what they, yeah.
You know, like.
Well, that was a big Italian thing anyway.
Yeah. And, you know, it's I can't even fucking stand it.
It is retarded. But that's.
I almost went.
Did you almost fall?
I almost went back in the chair.
Yeah, I messed again.
I did.
So that's one of. You got to get that on the microphone.
I guess I do.
If you're going to fart, you have to put it on the air.
I do. We need a fart microphone.
You know what? I'll get my mic stands from
and
the
we
Monarch,
can have them right near our ass.
We can set up 2 microphones down there, and then we can just blast away as we want.
Oh,
and we can share that with the audience because
we
know how much they like fart jokes and just farts in general.
Right.
But, yeah, the Jesus, like I said, that's going to be one of the many different things, like I had mentioned last week, about bringing the audio to some videos that we've seen to the show. And, you know, some of the bits, again, next week will be the debut of the Inappropriate Touch Olympics. As you heard also earlier on the show, where we called the Almighty Evan. We have the ability now for phone calls.
Right.
So eventually I think we're going to set up a phone line so anybody listening, maybe if we're, they know when we do these shows, or maybe we should start doing that. If we're going to open up a phone line, like start putting on the Facebook page, hey, we're going to be recording the show, this and that, if you want to call in.
Right,
figure something out.
Or even just for them to leave a message.
Yeah.
Be like, you guys suck.
Right. And then we're going to, hopefully bring in some interviews to you.
Right.
What else can we do with
phony
phone calls?
Phony phone calls, but a lot of the interviews we're going to try and do live. In here, in the studio.
In the studio. We gotta name the studio. Like Howard broadcast from Studio 69.
Oh, right.
Before, when he was on regular radio, it was...
my old studio I called Flying Dutchman Studios.
Flying Dutchman Studio. What are we going to call this?
I do not know, but I do know that there are trees outside with tons of fucking snow on them.
Yes.
And when the wind blows... the snow falls off, and it's like the trees are taking a shit.
On us.
Yes, they could quite conceivably be shitting on you. So
what do we got next week?
Next week, we got the IT Olympics.
IT Olympics. Evan will have another segment of political BM.
Yes, and we should hopefully not have to have him phone it in,
right.
And he will be more prepped.
Right, so that'll be he'll be in studio.
Evan in the studio.
In studio for political BM. What else? Phone calls come. What else we got? There it is, right in front of me.
Right there,
my
baby.
notebook that we got coming.
We got all kinds of shit coming.
The Crooked Cops. Spoof of the Cops show.
Oh, that's right. Crooked Cops, and we are also going to have Scared Gay.
Scared Gay.
Instead of Scared Straight, we're going to go into prison where gay people scare you gay.
They scare you gay.
They will scare you gay.
They show you how much fun it is to be gay in prison, and uptight white people, I guess, turn gay from gay prison golf. Which
right.
We'll expand more on that and how that works. And then the Steven Seagal bit.
Oh, we have Steven Seagal, actually, and he is going to be doing a casting call with Steven Seagal.
That's right. So
actually,
he was also on the list of celebrities who was accused of some inappropriate touching. So
right.
I'm sure we'll have to take a look into that world and see what kind of fun ensues.
I think the only way that you can have a casting call with Steven Seagal is if you may be inappropriately touched.
That is true. Now, I was looking at the note for it, and I think we can probably talk about it because with the Olympics coming up next week.
Right.
I read I don't know if it was not the paper because I don't read the paper. Heard on Stern and read on the internet that Harvey Weinstein, who is going to be in the Olympics next week, had an assistant while he's doing all his dirty deeds of everybody. Had an assistant and maybe even a team of people.
You mean like a pit crew?
Like a pit crew who would come in and clean up his jizz when he was all done.
Weinstein's jizz moppers.
So we have a thing coming up where we're going to do something with that. The Weinstein Jizz Removal Company.
Right.
1-800-STICK-EMESS. But this, I just want for a second, if we got it. I don't know. We're not on a time limit. But
we're
think
not
about
on,
that.
No. Wait. Just stop. Think about
that. I'll give you a minute. Close enough. You're a kid straight out of college, okay?
Right.
You busted your ass. You're in school for whatever. You got student loans up the ass that you got to pay back for all the schooling you went. And you're like, I'm going to Hollywood. Let me go. Oh, I got a job, Harvey Weinstein and Miramax and all, big studio.
Yeah, no.
And you're his jizz mopper. Or you're just on his pit crew, so you're not even in charge. You're not even telling people what to do. You're up there, maybe gloves. I don't know if they gave these people gloves or not. And you're scrubbing the jizz off of his couch. You know, like you write a letter home or you talk to your, hi, how is school going, honey? Well, I'm out of school now, Ma. Well, what are you doing for work, baby? Is everything? Do you need any money? Well, I might have to switch jobs. Why? What are you doing?
I'm mopping up Harvey Weinstein's jizz.
I'm sorry, you're wiping up jizz?
Yes. Do you remember that stuff that made me, Mom? Yes. Well, Harvey is apparently a predator, and he gets jizz all over the place.
Dude, I wonder how they let them know. It was like Secret Service?
It's got to be like
or is it like a school intercom where like everybody in the building can hear like, send out Harvey Weinstein just had another jizz moment. We need to send in the team right now. Let's not flip over the cushions like last time. Let's really get in there with some elbow grease and scrub that shit out of there.
I think that's what the main person is doing over in the earpiece.
Do you think like if he doesn't if he's remote somewhere, like if he's on the loose, he's like at his apartment or house, do you think like these people are in a van somewhere and he just like hits a button and the Batman light goes off in the van
out.
And then like clowns, they just run out of the van and run up the stairs with their cleaning supplies?
Oh my God.
And their white suits and their, but could you imagine like,
I want a jizz mopper.
Why would you not clean up after yourself?
I
guess
don't know.
You know what? I guess if you got that much money, what was it? Lewis Black said in one of his comedy shows that if he ever had, all this money, like fuck you money they call it, he would have a woman that he would pay to be his own personal ball washer. And I'm not talking like basketballs or golf balls. I'm talking his fucking balls in his pants.
That's incredible.
And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. If I had the money, your own personal ball wash, like wherever you're at the mall, you're in line at the fucking bank, and you're like, you know what? It's kind of a hot, sweaty day. They don't have the air conditioning's broke. Hey, wash my balls.
Wash my balls, bitch.
Like right there. The
Yes.
bat wings and everything. Get them unstuck from my leg and wash my balls.
Wash my balls.
Because you got fuck you money.
Wash them.
Are you doing it?
Yes.
Are you breathing out or in?
Out.
Out. It's an out thing.
Yes.
I'm afraid I'm going to blow snots on my microphone.
It's okay. It's got a condom on it.
Like
It's got protection.
Hey guys, are you home? I know you're there. And then he'd go down the road and call on the phone.
Oh my God.
We'll have to get into that. That's an inside joke with a friend of ours that we grew up with. We used to break his balls all the time.
Oh my God.
Charge him to watch porn.
So
it was fun. But we got a whole shitload of bits coming up that we're going to be working on, and bringing to the show.
Right.
And like I said, we got the ability now for phone calls, so hopefully we can get some interviews. Like one person that I'm interested in talking to is Joe Bonamassa. I went to high school with him. I know him, I don't know if you want to say personally. Obviously, I haven't seen the kid since we got out of high school 20-something years ago, and I know he's obviously busy with his guitar thing. But if I can get a chance, the reason I want to talk to him is not just to talk about his career.
Listen, fuck the music, fuck the career right now. We're mad because of all people in this area don't get behind something that's fucking good. They get behind a fucking place like the place that makes fucking donuts.
Yes.
Okay? They get behind all this other shit. They don't get behind people that are actually doing something.
No, well, they do now because, I don't know, what millennials have gotten older or something, so I think it's cool because now with reality TV and you got, the fucking corner. Oh, I seen this corner guy play an instrument with he made a guitar out of a fucking frying pan. He's on TV. We got to watch the show. But way back when, 20-something years ago, now the amazing career that Joe has with his music and the people he's met through music. When the kid was fucking 12 years old, he opened up for B.B. King.
That's a fucking accomplishment.
Been playing guitar
opinion.
since he's like 4. He's like a guitar master. You don't have somebody like that who grows up in a small town, and nobody could give a shit about Joe Bonamassa and his guitar talent and what he did. Like, I didn't even know he opened up for B.B. King till I read it on the internet. I was going to school with the kid. He did it on a weekend,
pathetic.
Came back to school on Monday, and nobody knew a fucking thing. Nobody was like, oh, hey, that was real awesome. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing, and I don't blame him at all for not acknowledging the school he went to or the town he originally came from. If you look on Wikipedia, it says he's from New Hartford. He's not from New Hartford. He's from New York Mills. Lived in Yorkville, which is in the New York Mills School District. Not even, I don't think, anywhere near the New Hartford borderline.
Unreal.
And just, it pisses me off because I hear, and I have nothing against Erin Hamlin. I think what she does in the Olympics is great. I think that is great for the area.
Absolutely.
Nothing against her, but it's all this local pride all of a sudden. Like, no matter who you are, what you do, if you get on TV or in the Olympics or you can do this. When America's Got Talent a few years ago, they had these magicians on, Leon Antone or whatever the fuck his name is, with his assistant, and they were terrible fucking musicians or terrible magicians, right? And now and compared to Joe Bonamassa, you're talking about one of the world's greatest guitar players, blues guitar players. He's been compared to B.B. King, been compared to people like Eddie Van Halen, who taught himself how to play guitar, is his own guitar genius in his own right. You have a kid like that growing up, and you just pay him no respect. And now he's this big thing, and everybody, Joe, yeah, well, you know what? Had you had shown him any kind of fucking respect growing up, maybe, just maybe, he'd come back to the community, to the school, and visit, and maybe, I don't know how their music program is going, but he might help with that.
Listen, that guy could fucking donate shit to the music but I'll tell you what, it probably has a lot to do with the generations. Because
absolutely.
Back then, like, I'll tell you, when I was fucking doing music back then and shit, people didn't pay me respect locally.
Okay. I just had a thought about generation thing. I don't think it's that because, well, all right, maybe. Because there was a bunch of kids. They were 3 or 4 years under me. And they had they got a band together, so they did cover songs. I think they might have even had a couple original songs.
Fucking hate cover bands, by the way.
And everybody was all about, I think Jared's in that band. Or was in the band. And everybody all about this, their band. And I'm like, first of all, no disrespect to Jared or any of the kids in the band, but you're not going to go anywhere. You're a cover band.
Cover bands
you're not,
to me.
Joe Bonamassa has been doing this since he was 4. Opened up for B.B. King at 12. Where the fuck was his respect then?
Well, yep.
No, gym class, we're going to treat him like shit. Nope, you still got to run. You still got to do. I don't care what you did or who. Okay. You know what I would have done with my fuck you money if I was Joe Bonamassa? I'd have found that fucking gym teacher, and I'd have ran him the fuck over with my limo.
No, do you know what I would have
now
done?
Get up and run laps.
Here's what I would have done, because this was my plan.
Hired him to be your ball washer?
Nope. Even better. I was going to buy Notre Dame High School and tear that motherfucker down.
Really?
With mallets. Brick by fucking brick. And turn that into my fucking compound.
You should.
That's what I wanted to do.
Well, let's do it.
When I had the fuck you money, I wanted to take Notre Dame out brick by fucking brick.
When this show becomes the biggest show on earth, we're going to do that.
We're trying to be some sort of Barnum and Bailey, I guess.
That's right. And we're going to rip down the school.
We're going to rip it down.
Make it a compound.
Make it a compound, and we're going to have fucking all sorts of security measures in place and everything.
Yes.
You can't get guns in there or nothing.
Safest school in America.
Safest motherfucking school. But I guess with that said, we're going to have to wrap it up because we've been going so long today.
Yes, what are we looking at?
We're
over an hour and a half, hour 20, something like that?
Something like that, and I know we're going to have to cut some shit out of it.
Absolutely.
We're fumbling around in the beginning trying to get shit
But
right.
that's all right.
But that's fine.
This is the third episode. We've gone almost double the time what we originally wanted,
Right,
but that's just because the content is going to get bigger.
That's what we want to do. The content's going to get better. The shit's going to get bigger. If you have shit to talk or have any questions or anything, always you can hit us up on Twitter at BMTalk02
and
or
email.
Gmail. BMTalk02@gmail.com or go on Facebook, BM Talk.
And I think that's all we got,
And
right? We don't have.
That's
we're
all
working on a website.
Yeah, we're working on the whole web deal. We're working on getting everything together because we want to make this fucking fun and make it like a whole community thing as well, like
Absolutely.
for people. If you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, we really don't care.
And big MS Awareness Month.
Big MS Awareness Month this month.
Special show we're going to be doing with some MS survivors.
We're going to have some MS superstars on.
MS Superstars.
Right. I own that domain, by the way.
How about that WWE World, or what was it?
World Wildlife Entertainment? Oh, yes.
Do you think we're going to get in a war with WWE like they did with WWF and they're going to have to change? And
No, they don't know
Okay.
who the fuck we are.
Not yet.
It's like Miramax.
Not yet, but they will. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up for today. I believe we're not going Facebook Live because of weather.
Because of the weather. The weather is crazy right now.
So take a listen to the show. They will be there every Saturday at 6 p.m. They'll be posted. Beanpod.com is one place you can go get it.
You can get it on iTunes, Google, anywhere where you consume podcasts. You should be able to get this show.
Now, what if I just brought up my search engine of Google or Yahoo and I put in BM Talk with Mark, and can I find it that way?
You should be able to.
All right, because it'll bring up the Facebook page at least.
Most people consume podcasts that I've read on iTunes.
iTunes?
Yep.
iTunes it is.
So we're on iTunes, baby.
So check us out there. We'll be back next week with another edition of BM Talk with Mark and Bob. Yes, apparently we do come up if you Google.
Yes, we do. See?
So you can just type it in any search engine.
Type it in.
We will be there, and we'll be here next week and every week after that. I believe we're going to try and go Facebook Live also next week after the show is posted, so you get a chance to listen to it and then talk to us live on Facebook, let you know, give us your thoughts on the show, have a little banter with us back and forth. Maybe even we'll take some phone calls maybe next week.
All right.
And see how that goes. So with that said, we will see everybody next week.
All right, guys. Have a good week.